Welcome everybody to another edition of the official Naija
Naija
FPL show. Nigeria's #1 flagship FPL show and FPL podcast.
Yes, so
Good to have you guys here again.
Good to be back.
good
Yeah.
to be back. Good to
After
be back.
after a low scoring week.
Very low scoring
Crazy,
week.
man.
I mean, it's so bad that some people cannot be here. Some people cannot be here because of their scores.
Prof Oski, we all saw that.
I didn't call names.
Come on. We're not doing that.
So can you just quickly introduce
Yeah,
ourselves again?
Stickdatboi FC.
Yeah.
It's Agwoturumbe.
And it's your boy Salvy FC. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's been an eventful week. Game week.
Eventful or uneventful?
Uneventful.
In terms of points, uneventful.
I think when I look at general average points, right, it wasn't so impressive. But again, some guys scored 80, 90 points. I mean, yeah. But
people-
average points were just.
Me, I know that.
Barely at that 40
I
or,
was
you
just
know.
on average, so
So
Crazy.
let's run through the game week and see all the players and the teams that performed and the guys that delivered. Friday we had Nottingham Forest, Sheffield United. No prizes for any guests.
yeah, quite boring.
But I'm only.
But the standout performer in that game was Serge Aurier.
yeah, yeah.
Two assists, and
Three bonus
I
points.
think I sent a picture to the group.
Yeah,
Someone captained Serge Aurier.
Yeah. Triple captain,
I
yeah.
think he had 15 points.
So it's amazing, Serge Aurier.
Yeah, but Awoni had been scoring. So from back in last season, his form has been transferred to this season. So he'll be scoring at least give a goal.
Six
yeah.
straight.
Yeah, I think he has.
goal.
So do you think it's someone that
22
should
goals in
want
26
a
games.
look?
Yes, definitely now to fill in the gap for people like João Pedro from Brighton.
Because you think he won't start?
He won't
Yeah,
start
he might not
and
start, and I
He
agree.
won't,
agree with
likely will not score.
Okay, all right. I mean, for Sheffield United, nothing to talk about them.
Yeah.
Fulham 0, Brentford 3. Sticky, who's your man in that game? Or your man?
I mean, so it's very obvious. First off, it was Umbuemo,
Okay.
coming up with 2 goals, and it's on penalty. Yeah, and Wisa too. I think they both had 15, 16, and like 11 points.
Yeah, and I
So,
mean,
yeah.
Wisa looks to be coming good.
It's
this
yeah,
season.
it's
Goal and assists.
yeah, it's sharp. Considering the fact that
Back-to-back
Ivan
games.
Toney, yeah, back-to-back game. Ivan Toney is out for the next.
You're not really
couple-
missing him, right?
They're not really missing him, and Umbremo is turning up too. So yeah,
Alright,
they're good to go.
That's great. I go Liverpool, Bournemouth 3-1.
Liverpool Bomber, the standout performance there were Jota.
Jota, okay.
Yeah.
Diaz, Salah had an assist.
Yeah, I think personally, in going forward into the Liverpool team, I'll still be looking at 2 main guys, which are Diego Jota and Luis Diaz.
Diaz,
They are seeming to have this fire, and
Like
converting their chances.
So should we consider dropping Salah at some point?
Oh,
No,
I mean,
no,
like
no,
I
no.
feel like
Uh,
right
Salah-
now I don't even have Salah to start with.
Salah's
I have
an
Jota.
old taker.
What do you
You
think?
leave him for now.
For now, right?
yeah?
Salah will be left for now.
What if we leave him and it drops in price, in value? So it's about 12.5 now, thereabouts.
No,
Yeah.
he has produced points but in back-to-back games, even
Okay,
though
actually,
not as
it's
much
not
as
blanked.
Yeah, it's not really
so
blanked,
leave him for
but-
now.
How about
Okay, fair
Bournemouth?
enough.
What do you think about Dominic Solanke? Is this someone you should watch out for? Should we consider having him?
Yeah, I feel like it could be on the watch list. Considering his price, I think it's like 5.6 million.
Thereabouts?
Yeah, and if you have spare change and you're looking for a certain type of differentials, depending on the fixtures
Yeah.
they have, you can consider him from the bench.
That's key, depending on the games they have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I go Wolves 1, Brighton 4.
Oh, that was an interesting game.
Fire, Brighton.
For those that had Brighton assets, it was a giveaway.
Yeah.
You had Mitoma, Estupina, Sulemach, and Cisco, all of them
And
giving
Cisco.
points. So
yeah,
What do you think, João Pedro? A lot of people seem to have him. I have him anyway. And
he was coming into the beginning of the season. He was the most transferred player. He was,
yeah.
because of his price and
His form.
and
Well,
he plays. He's quite a very good player.
in
when
the
he starts.
last game, he's the most transferred player
Out, yeah. So I feel for Brighton assets, right? They've scored 8 goals and just conceded 2, I think, in the last 2 games. So you have to look at them going forward. Even this defender, Estupinian,
of course,
moving forward.
But from
is
from
quite,
game week 4, they will have some tricky.
yeah,
But
they
the good
will.
thing, the good thing about Estupinian is that even though Brighton has conceded goals in back-to-back games,
He has been
he has
yielding
had
points.
goals and assists.
Yeah. As well as Solimach. Solimach has
And,
3 goals.
Mitoma
So,
from the
and
midfield.
Mitoma, yeah.
But I'm thinking of keeping Pedro for one more game week.
Yeah,
Having my team. Who knows? The coach likes to, the manager likes to rotate his
yeah,
strikers.
yes, he
Pedro.
So either
does.
he's doing a Welbeck
The
or
next
he's
game
doing
is with Man
a
City. Their next game is with Man City.
what's the young lad's
Do you
name
leave him?
again?
Do you leave
He's
him?
not playing Man City now. They're playing.
Anderson.
They have a they have an easy game to play, so it's
Yeah.
not. I will leave him. Let's move to Tottenham. Man U 2-0 to Tottenham. That's a very good game
Spurs.
for the Spurs fans. Anyway, very good
Yeah,
game.
I mean,
Besuma had an outstanding game.
I feel like it's a change of story kind
Mm.
of for Spurs and Spurs fans, considering that most times when they meet Man U, it's always a different story. But this time, I don't know what's wrong with Man U. I'm moving away from Man U assets
What
for now.
Spurs player are you looking at having, or are you watching?
Defensive wise, Pedro Porro.
Yeah, Poro, sharp.
Yeah, it's Van der Veen too is quite good.
What of,
I'm not sure of how.
what of
Madison.
Madison.
Yeah, Madison, yes, sorry,
You
yeah,
can't have
Madison.
Madison in your team because he's injured for
He
the
has
next
a knock.
3-4 games.
Yeah, so I don't
So
know.
you have
Okay.
to.
Son is now the main man.
Yeah,
He's not
he
the
is,
main man, he
but there's
has
no
not had a
Kane,
goal or
so
assist this season. So
I don't want to call you Charleston.
no, that's not.
All right,
good.
Manchester City, Newcastle 1-0.
City boys, City boys,
The most captain guy did not score Haaland.
City boys.
And it's making
City
me get
boys.
worried. I mean, should I be worried about Haaland? For 14 million, it's a lot of money.
Let me keep quiet.
For now, I don't think you should be worried about Haaland because
Absolutely.
their next game will be easy peasy for Haaland. It's another game for him to add to his tally.
Okay.
Yep.
But players you should be looking out for in City, Julian Alvarez and Foden.
Average price has gone up. Foden price has gone up also.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Alvarez
they're
and
the
Foden,
most
yeah, so-
they're people are transferring them in. So
Then-
they're not more or less they're more or less what everybody's thinking.
Yeah,
Not just
I
the
mean, I
attackers,
feel-
you look at their defenders too. You
Who's the-
understand?
so who's
defenders
the
look at
consensus?
Akanji, look
Walker,
at
Walker, Akanji.
and you have to look at Ederson too as a keeper.
Yeah, that's true.
But
That's true.
Edison will give you saves. We'll just give you 6 points if they
Yep.
keep clean
Yeah,
sheet.
yep,
But there's
yep,
keepers that will still give you saves and bonus points because Edison hardly works. Only playing in a big team.
My only worry is the rotation thingy.
Yeah.
And
I went
from
Champions
what
League
I've
starts.
yeah,
No,
when
but
Champions League starts.
for the defenders, the constants are Akanji and Walker.
Diaz. I think it's Diaz.
Akanji and Walker.
So the time last season it was Diaz was on the bench. Do you remember? When you had Stones and you
Yeah,
had
yeah.
But anyway, you can never
Stones
second
has
guess
not had
Pep.
game time. Is he
He's
injured?
injured, yeah.
He's injured, yeah. So
Alright, let's move on. Sunday's games. Aston Villa, Everton. 4-0.
Villa
What, as in
Everton.
thrashing.
I mean, I knew that was going to be.
But
the
Watkins didn't
story.
score. I mean, no Watkins. Just
He
one
got
assist.
he got an assist. So I think this Aston Villa team, they have a funny mix of how they attack. Sometimes you have Diaby, you have Bailey. Bailey had a good game. I think he had a goal and an assist or so. Watkins, he has not really picked, and I feel he's going to pick. But
It started very slow this
yeah,
season.
it started very slow this season. Moving forward, I think some of those Aston Villa assets like Oli Watkins, Diaby, guys to still watch out
I
for.
had
too.
to agree with him.
Yeah.
They are this team with the second highest points in the FPL. They have generated the second highest points in the
Yeah.
FPL apart from Brighton.
So good.
So you should be looking at Aston Villa assets too.
Alright, so West Ham United 3, Chelsea 1. And that goal or not derby.
Yeah.
Nico
Oh, sorry.
Jackson. Oh my days.
Chelsea.
That was
Chelsea
an
brother.
interesting game. I was happy with the game because I had Chukwuemeka and he popped for
Oh,
me.
interesting.
But he's
yeah.
out injured.
How did you
I told you I flow with the spirits, man.
Yeah.
I flow with the spirits, yeah.
well,
So,
I didn't take this from you. Alright.
so people that had Paqueta
Oh, our producer has Paqueta.
producer. Wow.
penalty.
People are doing things this
Antonio,
season, you know.
Antonio
Yeah,
scored.
Paqueta, Antonio. I mean, I don't.
Someone has
want-
Antonio. You have Antonio also now. Someone has Antonio that I know. Can't remember the person. But nice game altogether. But Chelsea outside. So Jackson looks to be energetic. He needs to run around. But can he produce the goods? It shouldn't just be someone that runs around. But do you think someone should stick with?
Funny how I have him in my team, and I think he'll still come in good.
But Sterling had a good game.
He won.
Yeah, he
He
did.
had an outstanding game.
I wouldn't call it outstanding.
His best game in
Yeah,
the Chelsea
agreed.
shirt even.
Exactly.
He was energetic all around, both the front line.
But
he had
they
an
were not
outstanding
converting.
game.
Well,
Yeah,
not
they're
Everton.
wasteful.
Outstanding game.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so
And Nicola Jackson won the penalty. If you have Nicola Jackson in your team,
Sterling,
I'll
Sterling.
advise.
keep it.
If I have
Sterling.
if you have Nicola
Jackson.
Jackson in your team, I'll advise that you keep him because your next game is against Luton.
Luton, yeah.
So
Maybe I'll bring him in.
easy peasy for him.
So Monday, yes, London
I
London
pray he
derby.
scores.
South versus North. Arsenal won 1-0. Even red card, the team. I mean, it was game management. It's not everything out of.
That game gave me so many points, man. I was so happy. First of all, when Saka held the ball, I said in my mind, Saka, anyway, that has Saka.
Oh, you have Odegaard.
I have straight 5 points.
I think
Then
it was just mind games.
Say,
it was just mind games there. It was mind games there.
Then White
Yeah,
gave me
White
like
too.
7 points. Ramsdale gave me.
The bonus.
No, like it's got so high.
Yeah,
That's good. That's a good one.
That's an
good one.
outstanding weekend for me from
That's
the
a
Arsenal point of view.
That's a very good one.
Yeah.
And so Izzy, I had Izzy. I shit him out before the game.
I had
days.
I benched him because I knew he wasn't going to perform,
Yeah.
being that he was going to play against Arsenal.
All right. So let's look at our teams. I mean, you guys can just be here as pundits and not have good scoring teams. Let me start on the highest.
Like I said, I had an outstanding game week. I didn't start well in the first game week, so I did some rejigging. Estupinian gave me points. I think
Estupinian
White gave me points. Odegaard gave me points. Haaland didn't give me much points. Up front, I didn't get more points from the midfield.
Agwoturumbe.
It was okay.
54 is not bad. It's decent. You got points. Chukwemeka, not bad. Stickdatboi.
Yeah. Oh, my days. 44 points. I was just thankful to Estopinian. I have to thank that guy, especially.
I give testimony.
Yeah, I give testimony. Estopinian and Diego Jota.
But everybody has. So even if you didn't do well, we'll all be.
I think Estopinian for this season will be the new Trent.
Yeah.
Even though he concedes, he'll give you goals and assists.
Even for last season, you're doing
Trent
that.
or like Newcastle's Trippier.
No, Trent. Because Trent, man.
You have Ariola on your bench.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
You have Pinnock on your bench, 7 points. You have 17 points on your bench.
Yeah, and I captained Nicholas Jackson and.
Oh.
Yep. Although I didn't feel too bad because a lot of people's captain didn't work out,
I scored for 2 points.
Oh wow!
I've had a pretty slow start this season. Very slow. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what to do. But
I think you should stick to your advice of last season.
Yeah.
And just stick to your
My
team.
Have faith
in your team.
I'll keep my team. I may not do any transfer. I need two free transfers for next game week. So I may not do any transfer. So I have 2 free.
Okay. Something you used one after the first game week.
What I'm saying is that we all have 1 free transfer. If you don't use it, you get 2.
You get
So I'm going
to use my All right, guys. So we'll take a short break. And we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. So we're back, guys. Follow us on social media, all our handles: Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. You can see the handle all over up here, and our league code is below. Official Naija FPL. Join our league. We have over 5,000 active managers. It's so exciting. We have a Telegram group. We have lots of members also there, and it's exciting. It's banter. And we communicate a lot of stuff. And don't forget, this is a show where we give prizes to all the winners. Every week, the top 3 managers get some monetary rewards, monthly and end of season rewards for the top 10 managers, right? So it's quite competitive. We're doing this just to encourage people to just follow us everywhere and join us and somewhat make this thing more exciting. All right. So guys, let's jump on it now. What next? We're looking at the winners and their players. So this is people. I always say every game we see some guys from our league score high points, right? Maybe because we're so many, so it's easy to have people that have good scoring weeks. Number 1, shout out to Master NOLIC FC, 3 points. Deostrikers, that's my guy.
Who did he captain?
I'll go to him shortly. Deostrikers is my guy. Shout out Diolu, 82 points. Ibukun's Pride, 82 points. This is my own Ibukun. Anyway, but at least my guys are winning. Last season, all of my guys won last season. Monene is watching us. Shout out Monene. We miss you here. So, what do you guys think about league so far? What's your position on the table? No, I'll check for you.
No. Let's leave at league table for now. It's too early for that.
Bro, I'm way down, man. I'm way
It's too
down
early
for
for
now.
that.
I'm not
As
even
this,
looking at that.
Are you digging?
Oh my days.
The surprising thing is that Agba producer is up there. Agba producer. Shout out to Agba producer.
And it's
Surely
behind
FC.
FC.
Oshé.
But you know that I should start to. You start to.
Yeah.
So it's early days now.
It's a good
After
starter.
like the 5th week, I
You
think we
forget to
can
set
start
his
knowing where.
Or
Just
should it, like,
there are some people that have not joined the league because of their points. Shout out to
please,
Prof.
please. Why you going for Prof?
Prof, what did you
is the
score in
league
the
now?
first week and second week?
Oh boy.
Why you going for Prof?
Prof. What did you score in the first week and the second week?
Why you going for Prof?
And
my
Don't worry,
days.
how come he's hiding his scores?
Prof is my man.
Don't worry, bro, I got you here. I'm defending you here.
Prof.
Prof, they define
Prof,
you.
guess
They're
what-
looking
guess
for
what-
you.
Prof's ego is deflated massively.
No. It starts slowly. Prof always has slow start. When it starts like this.
So in your slow stats,
Okay.
have faith in yourself in your slow stats.
On behalf of Prof, I will engage you in a wager. End of
Okay.
season. You and Prof, how much? Who finish higher?
Prof will still come. You're saying Prof will still come
I
higher.
like Prof to
Today himself.
no.
be the one that will.
Propose this.
Yes.
All right, next game week. You'll be in the studio next
Prof,
game week.
you're hearing this,
You'll
oh.
be in the studio next game week.
Okay,
Prof
that's
Oski.
cool.
So let's look into the teams of our top scorers for last game week. Deostrikers. He plays bench boosts. All right.
Wow.
On his bench, he has Ariola 10 points. Isaac, Amiron, Trippier 2 points each. Haaland captain 4 points. Mitoma, Estaponia. So Cash 6 points. Walker 6 points. Bailey.
Oh yeah.
So Bailey is the joker or was the joker. I'm looking
It's
at Bailey
differential,
somehow. I have
yeah.
Diaby, but I'm looking at Bailey with one eye. I mean,
He's on the watch list.
what is right?
Yeah.
What do you think about this team? So,
I'd rather go for Diaby than Bailey because Bailey is inconsistent.
I agree, but you're playing very well under the new manager.
Yeah, I feel like
It's
you know,
just this
I've
season
seen
that
I've
he has
seen
been playing very
Diaby,
well.
and I feel like with Diaby in that team, it creates more chances. So everything still.
But you
goes
know that
through
do
him.
you know that is
That's
Diaby that
Diaby, yeah.
forced Bailey out of
His
their
previous
team.
in Leverkusen.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's a cool one. All right, so Ibukun's Pride. Ibukun's Pride came third last week, but apparently is number 1 on the official Naija FPL log at the moment.
That's
Shout out Ibukun.
Shout
I
out,
hope
man.
after game week 6 or 7,
You'll
it's to
still
be
be
top
there.
10 because it's highly competitive. But
It's
hey,
cold out
at
here,
least
man.
right now you're only at the top.
Who the Ibukun
so
captain?
yeah, look at his team now.
Haaland.
Captain Salah.
Salah. Okay. So 10 points.
Mbemo 16 points. He had Watkins, Awoni 7 points, Cash 6 points, Martinez 8 points. Then of course the Brighton players, Mitoma and Estoponian. Then on his bench you see Ariola 10 points. So I mean good team, 2 points,
Wow,
strong,
that's-
and it's top of the league for now.
That's
So,
impressive.
But again, if you look at the two teams now, just one player gave them massive points. So you see 16 points coming from
Mbeumo.
Mbeumo. But again, his defense was good. So apart from Estoponian, he has
He had clean
Cash.
sheets.
And he had clean sheet for Martinez. So those things helped him to
Yeah.
get points here and
And
there.
Mbeumo earned bonus points
Yeah.
this last week, game week.
You know, when I was going to buy Diaby last game week, I had the choice of buying either Diaby or Mbeumo.
Mbeumo,
But I felt Mbeumo, because penalty may not be, because I went for Diaby.
Okay.
I need to stop trusting myself.
No, but
He works sometimes.
You've
and
not
other
been
times he
trusting
doesn't.
yourself because last game week you
Yeah.
said that you're going to believe that little boy in you. And you said that little boy in you was going to captain Salah. And you didn't even trust the little boy. You didn't captain Salah.
Where's that to
So-
where's that to the old? Don't really hear what they give.
Oh, my
I think
days.
I'll pay my attention to my little boy.
So the corner seat is conning himself.
Imagine that.
All right, guys. So let's look at this game week 3, starting Friday again. I mean, I like the way it's going. Friday, we start the game week early,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Chelsea, Luton.
Hey God.
Yeah, I feel that for those that have Chelsea assets, this is the time that you reap
Oh, amen.
where you sowed. If you have Jackson,
But
Endo
that is scoring
Fernandez-
problem.
Amen.
From last season.
For Luton, the game is going to be more open.
Ah,
Their first 2 games has been against
Liverpool and
Liverpool and
West
West
Ham.
Ham. You know, David Moyes teams are always difficult to beat. Then
especially when they're
it's a
home.
local derby. Then you know what happened in that game. So for Luton just coming into the Premiership, I think
so among those their first two games, Liverpool and West Ham.
Yeah.
So this the first Chelsea, Liverpool, West Ham. None of them is in top Champions League, right?
Yes,
Okay,
definitely.
I want to understand the category of player club we're talking about.
No, but it has been difficult games. The
Yes,
first game, any game against Liverpool is almost like a derby.
If not even face
Then the game against West Ham is a London derby.
Yeah.
So it's like now it's time for them to express themselves.
I agree.
And I hope that those that have.
So Jackson's your man.
It's not my man, but for anyone that has him.
No, Jackson is my man.
But
Jackson is my man.
If you're going to have any Chelsea player, who
No, I have two Chelsea players. I have Modric and I have
oh my god.
I have Chukwuemeka.
Oh my god.
But Modric will start now because Chukwuemeka is and Chukwuemeka gave me points last game week. So I'll just stick to
So you believe Modric would yield points?
I have faith in him.
Oh, okay.
Sticky, Chelsea man.
Yeah, I mean, I have two Chelsea assets. I'm not going to say too much so that
Jackson and
I have Chilwell and
Jackson.
still Chilwell and Jackson.
I'm keeping them.
Yeah, I'm keeping them because it's Luton, like you said, and I'm believing that they will have this opportunity to turn up.
They're playing from home.
So, home, yeah?
I mean, I just
all right.
That's it.
Bournemouth, Tottenham. Skip and pass, watch and we discuss.
No, Bournemouth, Tottenham, you look at Son to pop his cherry for the season. Madison is out. Richarlison that is listed as a midfielder. Anyone that has him will hope that Profosky has him in his team. Profosky will hope that Richarlison will
Why?
Profosky has Richarlison, he has Daxon. Profosky is
okay. I mean that game. I don't know.
Okay, so I think we don't expect many goals from that game, right? Arsenal, Fulham. I'm considering tripling up on Arsenal like I did last season.
No. For this, I don't think you should triple up on Arsenal players now because after this Fulham game, they have a couple of difficult games that
Man U, uncle.
Man U.
No, Man U.
They have Man U. They have Everton. They have
Man U. I don't see Man U as a difficult game.
No. They have difficult games.
Were more difficult.
So you can stick to attacking players, but for defenders, keeper, I think you should change your defenders if you have Arsenal defenders or keepers because for the next 3 or 4 games, I don't think they'll for the penultimate games after the next game, I don't think they'll give you much points.
I don't think I disagree. I disagree.
One more point defender, Gabriel.
I disagree.
This is just not driving. But
I'm an Arsenal fan, so I'm speaking from experience.
Obviously.
I'm not sure they will keep clean sheets, but it's likely that they will win all the games.
How about an attack? Because again,
that's why I say keep your attackers, but sell your defenders and keeper.
Now? So I mean, who's the star man? Who do you want to have in your team? If you're going to just set a team now, right? Picking your players, which Arsenal player will you pick in attack? Tiki, will you pick?
Well, Saka is my man.
Straight up.
Let me shock you. I'll pick Nketiah because Nketiah is cheap. 5.5 million.
5.6 now.
5.6 now, and he won a penalty. He scored in the last.
in the long run,
you have 2 chances.
You can get him as your third choice striker.
Okay.
Yes, and as your third choice striker. So he's cheap, and he's going to start, and he might give you a goal or assist.
Oh yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, Martinelli is very. I think
the formation is affecting him. He's not getting the space he used to get before. Probably. I don't know. There's something happened with the way.
I don't think
the last 2 games we've played against teams that have high blocks. So when we have teams that play with a high block, it's difficult for him because they line up their defenders and midfielders. The block, there's no way for him to run. He's a player that likes to run with the ball.
Yeah.
So there is no space. So that's why Arteta should have started with someone more technical. Like
Trossard?
Yeah. You understand? That's good. It's in tight spaces.
And diminutive. But so Fulham, they sold Mitrovic, Jimenez. I don't think. I mean, but this guy last game week first he assisted. What was it doing in Pereira? And it was cheap last season, 4.5 or so, and I had my team, and it was games on odd points here and there sometimes when I bring him in. But I think for now Fulham is still. Let's still watch.
The Fulham team is unsettled this season. At the beginning of the season, Mitrovic has been sold, and you know how controversial this sale was. Even the Brazilian William. He signed a contract, and 2 weeks later he was off to Saudi. So they brought in new defenders. Even their coach,
So,
is unsettled because they offered him humongous amounts of money.
Off the radar, Fulham.
So it's an unsettled team for now. I don't think Fulham assets. No more.
All right, Brentford, Crystal Palace.
Oh, juicy game.
So we spoke about the Brentford players earlier.
Yeah.
So you should stick to those players, right?
Yes,
absolutely.
Mbeumo had the highest points last game week, about 16 points or so. So if you have Mbeumo, if you have Wissa, you stick to them.
What defenders from Brentford? I have
Pinnock, Henry.
I have one defender from Brentford.
Yeah, I have Pinnock too.
Okay. Crystal Palace.
Easy.
For now, I'm still on the watch for them.
Easy. Okay.
Edward.
Yeah. Nah. Everton, Wolves. So this guy, I'll pick for there. I don't know.
Everton, they are conceding a lot of goals. So if you have Pickford, I don't think you should.
Yeah, but I'm saying that. So Wolves, they don't score. And I have another keeper that I could use, but I'm like, what if I bench Pickford and this time around
who is your second keeper?
Fletcher, the guy that
Fletcher.
Fletcher. So you sacrifice your keeper choice for
yeah, but it was 4.5, so yeah, that's why
you're looking for keepers that concede a lot of shots.
Everton,
you know what I mean.
Everton, Wolves are they're way down for now.
Let's move on. Let's move on then. Manchester United, Nottingham Forest.
Oh wow, that's a nice game.
Rashford, keep on sale.
Rashford,
I sold him already.
No patience.
If you're playing Rashford from the center, he always struggles.
Yeah.
If he has a big center forward that he can play off, like Mbappe and
Giroud, he can manage Martial in front.
But Ten Hag will not play Martial and Rashford.
Yeah, he did last season.
But he has not done it this season.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Because Rashford looks ineffective playing down the middle. I mean, normal Rashford should have the keeper, dribble someone, do one shimmy and take a shot. But it's just
on paper you might look at it like Nottingham Forest is easy picking. Nottingham Forest is not an easy team to play against. It's not an easy team to play against.
True, but I also feel like
they are well disciplined, like well drilled army. This team.
Well, they're coming together now. Yeah, the Nottingham Forest team, they're coming together now. Their defense, their midfield, Gibbs White, Ore, and the likes of Awoni, that's is still banging.
So I feel like Awoni will bang again this game.
Well, it's something of an offset, and I feel like if they score, he might likely score.
Awoni is on a purple patch, so you expect him to score. If you're a gambler, I'll put your money on Awoni that he will score.
Yeah,
he has scored in 6 consecutive games, so expect him to score.
Yeah,
Brighton, Westham United coming off from 2 big wins.
Brighton, the top team at the Premiership.
Yeah,
even the top FPL team with the most points and all that. And against West Ham, you expect that the Brighton assets will give you the required points that you need. Mitoma, Estupiñán, Solima, Isco, João Pedro coming from the bench.
Easy said.
What West Ham, Sticky?
Well, we spoke about Paqueta, we spoke about Antonio, and I also feel like with the way the West Ham team is set up, they can also disturb.
Jack Bowen has been quiet this season.
But it's called
first game.
He
had a.
All right, so Sunday's games: Burnley versus Aston Villa. Burnley still new, but they're home, and when they're home, they're quite strong at home.
Yeah, that's the champions.
If you're from the FPL perspective, you won't be looking at you. I don't know whether anyone has any Burnley player.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying the game.
Yes, but for Aston Villa, they have attackers that are popping. So you look at Watkins.
What I'm saying is that going to Sophomore, right? It's not a place to get lots of goals.
I agree too.
Well, anyway, the manager is
a different manager. If it was Sean Dyche, Sean Dyche, how he sets up his team, but
I see on that. So keep your Villa guys, right?
Keep your Villa guys,
yeah.
Sheffield United versus Manchester City.
Oh boy.
Alan.
This is the game.
Alan captain.
Alan Alvarez.
This is the game where we'll know whether Haaland will be everybody's captain. Because if he doesn't perform,
I'll still captain him.
And not by scoring 1 goal or 2 goals. Yeah, by Haaland's standard of last season against Sheffield United.
So are you telling me that
I expect nothing less than a hat trick.
So are you telling me if he scores 2 goals?
No, don't worry about KDB in this game. Don't worry about KDB.
What?
It's against Sheffield United.
So
They'll see a lot of the ball.
Sorry.
okay.
Well, Foden. I think Foden is the man now because Pep may started playing through the middle.
Yeah, that's what he did
and
last game.
To return him in the middle, and I think it's time to shine. This is time to show that yes, he can replace KDB and he can be a dependable player. Like when they had Silva, the former Silva, the long
Yeah.
So
But
what
you
do
know
think?
the thing about football, football is about chemistry. Haaland had good chemistry with KDB.
Yeah.
But it seems as if Foden has very good chemistry with Alvarez.
But do you know, at some point last season, the first half of last season, Foden and Haaland, they had some good understanding.
But I feel like they'll come in.
What I'm saying is like
Alvarez, right?
Alvarez and Haaland and Foden, they have better chemistry than Foden and.
So what you are saying now? That means we should have Foden.
Foden and Alvarez.
What about you?
Yeah, I feel what Agwoturumbe is saying, but you know, Foden and Alvarez are quite like a similar type of player to Haaland, and they would always pick out, you know, that's extra loopholes. Spots.
So what are your C players for this?
I have Haaland already, and
so I bring anybody in.
I already brought in some other guys, so I'll just
from City.
No, not from City.
So just Haaland.
Yeah,
how many stickers do you have?
But you know this thing about second season syndrome for strikers. Your first season, you can pop and score 30, 40 goals per season. But your second season, the Premier League defenders have studied you in and out. Allow me. So you find it more difficult. That's why I said this particular game will show us whether Haaland is Haaland or
allow.
Okay. So,
all right, guys. So last game, Newcastle Liverpool. That should be a hot game. It's not sure for anybody. That game can go anyway. What players? If you have Isak, I mean, you should keep Isak, sure, because Liverpool seems to be leaky. The midfield, I don't know. The midfield is, you're not sure who the start.
Yeah, but the good thing is that McAllister's red card has been upturned, so he'll be restored back into the starting lineup.
Well, it's not a major player set like that. Some people have him though, but it's not really. So Liverpool. So Salah, Diaz. Who else for
Jota. For me, is Jota and Diaz.
No Salah. Well, Trent.
Newcastle's home.
Trent against.
My point with Trent is just kind of having 7.5 or 7.
No, man.
8 or something like that. And you still have Alan 14. There's no space for such. No. Okay, guys. Thanks for your thoughts. You heard them. These are the experts, guys. People that scored so high last season.
I feel the Liverpool Newcastle game is going to be a high scoring game.
Like a 3-2.
So just have the strikers.
It's going to be a high scoring game on both sides.
So we'll see. I mean, you guys said everything. We'll see. We'll give the results next game week. Don't worry. That those are the experts here. Yeah. Right. So let's go for next short break, and we'll be back for the last segment. Thank you. Right, we're back for the final segments of this show. It's been quite an exciting show so far. I've been enjoying myself with just my Zinashodemos in the studio. No, I'm really looking forward to looking at our teams after this game week.
Spiritualist.
Yeah, I want to see how. Some people have been calling someone's name out since. I want to see how this guy will fare. I want to see how I go with fare.
Can I know my offense?
All right. So guys, captain choices. I want to know the top 3 captain choices you guys have for this game week, and
for me,
and the ones you will use for your team, respectively. So. Let's go. So Sticky, I think I got to give us your.
I just want I just go rest. I don't, Saka.
Top.
Saka, Haaland,
Mbeumo.
Yeah, I do.
Saka on your team.
Yeah.
So Saka.
Are you going to captain Saka?
So
who are you going to captain? Among those 3, who are you going to captain?
I've not decided yet. Those either of them. Either of them.
Undecided voter.
Sticky is playing safe.
No, it's not about me playing safe. So
here's the
thing. This particular.
No, I know you're going to captain between Haaland and Saka. Who are you going to captain?
I feel like I'll captain Haaland.
So you're captain Haaland. For me, I'll take it team by team. For Chelsea, I think anybody that has Jackson should captain Jackson. For Brighton, Mitoma, Pervis, Estupinian. For Tottenham, Son. But for me, my top 3 will be Haaland. I will captain Haaland. Haaland, Mitoma, and Saka, like Sticky said.
So for me, my top three: Haaland number one, two Salah, and number three
Salah
is
against
Saka.
Newcastle.
Yes, Salah scores in big
Is it the
games.
little boy that's telling you that?
In fact, I made him one, but I'm not.
No, is it the little boy that's
No,
telling
no,
you
this is
that?
the adult me.
Okay. Okay.
So the adult you is telling you what the little boy told you
Yeah,
last
yeah.
week.
Well, I'm
So
doing
why are you
that.
going to believe the adult you or the little
So
boy?
the little boy is in agreement with the adult today. I'm saying Haaland first.
Okay.
So I'm going to do Haaland because I think it's due a brace or a trick.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
Against
so those are my
Newcastle.
captain choices. All right, guys. So I mean, for the past couple of weeks, we've been treated to some exciting football from the female World Cup
Yeah.
in New Zealand and Australia. Our dear Super Falcons crashed out in the second round, but again, they
By
gave England a lot for their money. And when you see
Yeah,
that
from
England went all the way to the final, probably if we had been lucky with penalties, we could have had a very good showing at the World Cups. Sorry, World Cup.
yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Spain, champions. Good game against England. They looked like they could win it, and they did. All three tournaments. Controversies at a point before the tournament started, but hey, they're champions of the world. What do you
Yeah.
guys think?
Yeah, they're the first team that their female team and their male team are both World Cup champions. Then for the Super Falcons, from being ranked 40th before the tournament to being ranked 10th after the tournament is an achievement.
Yeah.
Then for the tournament itself, it's the most watched female World Cup
Yeah, ever.
The female World Cup that had the highest attendance.
Yeah.
I think they hit the peak of about 80,000 in the Australia-England game.
Oh, wow.
80,000 spectators for a female soccer game. That's amazing.
Yeah, very
And also
amazing.
for the Muslims, the first time a female player will use a hijab to play an international game. So it's a World Cup that had almost everything in it. It's very, very interesting.
That's great. That's great. I mean, I've been seeing a lot of club football, female football. I follow someone that posts a lot about female football, and I think most clubs have invested a lot in football.
I follow female football a little, so I know a couple of the players. You understand? Most of the international players. I follow the Female Champions League, so I know most of the international players.
Sticky, what do you think? Maybe we start considering having a female fantasy. I mean, for fantasy football team league rather with ladies team.
I don't think so yet. I think it will be too early.
It's early days, but if it can happen, it would be good because you might have more women playing FPL.
Yeah, that's for sure. But I mean, I don't know.
I think something we should expect very soon, probably in the next 1 or 2 years. It should be in the offering.
1 or 2 years.
All right, guys. So tell us if you agree with us. What you think about what we just discussed, having a female fantasy league, about the female World Cup belts ended. If you agree or don't agree with our captain choices and our selection for the game week 3, let us know your thoughts. Follow us on social media handles out there. Official Naija FPL. Join our league. FPL. Join our Telegram group. It's right below here. And let's talk, let's interact, and let's do things. And don't forget, if you don't feel the good form, a good sheet, you can't win your prizes. I mean, the guys that won last game week, we try to reach out to them so they can feel the good form and can win. You can't just pay if you have your details, please. So let's have it quickly. If you don't know what it is, how to go about it, just reach out to us. Send us a DM on any of our handles, and we'll respond. Thank you very much for staying with us. It's been an exciting time. Thanks, Sticky and Agwoturumbe.
Thank you.
I'll see you guys next week. Have a lovely day.